Killer bees or honeybees? Which one is the killer bee and who operates as a honeybee? Introductory study from 1 Samuel 14 on the dawn day. Why do we need another dawn day study? The truth of the dawn day commencement was lost a long time ago, about the time the exiles returned from Babylon, changing it to the sunset or the evening commencement. Rome made changes to midnight. History books speak of day commencements as being at 6 p.m. every day. Over recent years, some claim Yahuah's day begins at sunrise or at noon. In the last 10 years, this truth is being restored according to creation and Torah. So you can experience the sweetness of dawn every single day of the week. And when I say sweetness of dawn, when you start to observe dawn to dawn, you will understand how truly sweet it is in your life. This scripture testimony has been preserved for us since 365 years after Moshe. At that time, King Saul was leading Israel according to all the Torah commands. What does that have to do with a honeybee? If you look at this bee on the right, you will see that she has her head buried. She is fully committed to her duty. She is oblivious to what's around her. She is committed. Commitment. The three main characters are King Saul and his son Jonathan, and one armor bearer. Just as this honeybee is committed and all in, what does that have to do with a study on day start? Jonathan's life was at stake as soon as he tasted some honey, which was strictly against a command of King Saul that he knew nothing about. What does this have to do with any day start? This command of King Saul was given in the light season. The violation was discovered after the sun had set. Sunset theory declares, after the sun has set, a new day begins. Please notice the question marks after that. We are questioning this. If sunset theory is correct, then by default, this story takes place over the period of 2 days. However, the premier witness of 1 Samuel 14 claims there is only 1 day involved. Let's read the scripture, 1 Samuel 14:1. And it came to be one day that Jonathan, son of Shaul, said to the young man who bore his armor, come, let us go over to the outpost of the Philistines, which is on the other side. But he did not inform his father. It's not just this premier witness of 1 day. There are 6 more confirmations that the day is singular, not including a new day after the sunset. 6 more witnesses, and we're going to see this as we go through it. Samuel confirms all of these events are found in 1 day. If you look on the left, you will see the arrow or the marker goes to the morning twilight mixture. Jonathan and his armor bearer exterminated 20 men on this early morning. The battle continued through the light season. And here is the light season of Saul's command. He commanded, do not eat food until evening. This is where the evening mixture is over here. It's after sunset. But what did Jonathan do? Jonathan ate honey late in the light season before the sunset. Saul's lot fell on Jonathan after the sun had set. Was this the next day? Did the sunset change the day? How will sunset theory keep all these events within one 24-hour cycle? That will be a challenge. The question, is this testimony in 1 Samuel based upon the Torah statutes? Do we need to be Torah observant? Is that important in our life today? If you've enjoyed this short introduction, plan to see the full study in detail and sign up with Covenant Calendar Club for the Friday and Shabbat Zoom meetings, including live discussion. And the live discussion is where you'll hear lots of questions and you will get lots of answers. And if you look down in that link below, that's where you can sign up to the Covenant Calendar Club. Shalom.